What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's our tarot card for the month, and this month's card, the Lovers. Now again, I've got the two decks. They have slightly different readings, which you will find happens with most decks. So I'm going to read each one. There is an upright and a reversed for each. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I will leave a link to a playlist down below. Without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Alright, we're going to start off with our Mystic Mondays card, upright, and its core words, its keywords are love, alignment, and choices. And it reads, love is in the air. A strong bond between two lovers is flourishing, and it can feel like utter perfection. There is passion, desire, and mutual attraction. It can often reflect marriage, a soulmate connection, or a super close, intimate relationship. Mind, body, and soul are intertwined, completing each other to feel whole. Besides partners, this could also mean that you're aligning yourself much more closely with your core values. Choices will be presented to you, testing your assessment on what you feel is best for you. Stay true to yourself, even if outside noise may say otherwise. Only you know what your true desires are, and only you can make those decisions to be honest to yourself. Your intentions will point you to the path to your heart's deepest desires. And our Weaver Tarot, find its page. There we are. The upright for the Weaver Tarot. I'm going to hold that in this hand again. So the upright version. See the words down the bottom there. Its keywords are deep connection, love, and sacred relationships. So choices doesn't have anything to do with this particular card's reading in this deck. So it reads, this card signals a deep connection with another person, and while often romantic, is not strictly so. It could mean love is on its way to you, or it's referring to a relationship that's currently on your mind. This card is encouraging, asking you to allow yourself to be vulnerable and honest in this relationship. It's important to remember that love is a choice. Despite the struggle, joy, pain, and excitement it brings, it will always be a choice of whether or not you want to continue to show up for the relationship. Something to remember about relationships is that there is always a life cycle. There will always be times of tension and then times of ease, and as the years pass, you will find that you will reach moments where aspects of the relationship need to die in order for you to move forward. This is replaced by a new freedom and space that brings new adventures. Page. Oh, that brings new adventures. That's the end of that. Bookmark that for a second. We'll go on to the reversed readings. Now, this one's the only one that gives keywords for the reverse. The Weaver Tarot is essentially, if you've got dictionary.com, find out what the antonyms are, and those would be your keywords. But this one gives it as an imbalance, a misalignment, and differences for the inverse, the upside down. And it reads, there's a theme of misalignment in your life, whether it's with a lover or within your own core values. If it's with a lover, you may be realizing that there are fundamental differences between the two of you that cannot be reconciled. To put it bluntly, the honeymoon phase is over. It's your choice to decide if you're willing to set aside your differences and remember what brought you together in the first place. If the imbalance resides with your values, it may be that you're making impulsive decisions and are blinded by your desires. In both cases, it would be wise to clarify what it is that you need out of your relationships with your partner and with yourself. Communication and introspection are key, so start making amends or let it go. So that's the Mystic Monday's card. Put it back in the right way might help. Close up that box. Good and tight. Alright, and then our Weaver in the upside down. And like I said, doesn't have any keywords for its reversed, and it's also a much shorter reading for its reversed. I was right, there was more to the upright one. And I accidentally turned the page to the Chariot's inversed. Alright, so, replaced by new freedom and space that brings new adventures, one must be curious about what the future brings and how they can explore themselves within the relationship. Cool. Reversed. The Lover's reversed signals a relationship that has gone sour or is in conflict. The challenge in any relationship is that both parties bring all their baggage to the table. As you continue to get comfortable with one another, your quote-unquote issues make themselves known. You may be dealing with a long-standing pattern right now. Once again, it's a choice, whatever you do with it. You can choose to be curious and vulnerable or to shut down. You can choose to walk away or stay. Do whatever feels healthiest to you. So yeah, really the Lover's card is sort of just a review of looking at your relationships, whether that's in a romantic sense, and is generally, as it's stated, more often than not the case, but can also be in a platonic sense, can also be in a familial sense, can also be in a business sense. You might be looking at business partnerships and business relationships, but look at those, take a bit of introspection, what feels like it's going well with those relationships, what doesn't feel like it's going well with those relationships, and basically just trying to look at what feels like the best course of action. I didn't even look, I will now, in the Mystic Mondays one. Actually, no, I don't need to. The sign or the planet that rules the Lover's card is actually Gemini. So you can kind of look at it from two different directions there if you want to sort of incorporate that into it as well. You know, you can sort of look at it as, are you going to stick with it and see what kind of a person that helps you become, or are you going to walk away from it and try and find something new, in whatever capacity we're talking about, because either way you're at a sort of a crossroad where there's only left or right to choose from. Like, it's a pretty binary decision. Not a lot of things in this world are that binary, but you've really got when it comes down to it, a yes or a no, an up or a down, and it's up to you to choose which of those paths you're going to take. But yeah, that's all I've got for this video. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Again, a tarot reading playlist down below. I will also link my TikTok there as well. We're starting to get towards the end of the year, and when we come into the new year, I'm going to start uploading on that pretty regularly. That's going to sort of become my main platform next year, and it's going to be where I put all of the witchy stuff that I do on this channel. So all the full moon readings, all the new moons, all of the Sabbats, and so during those you'll actually get to see what my altar looks like, what the food that I'm making looks like, all those sorts of things. So I'll link that below as well if you're liking all of this witchy stuff that I do on the channel, because that's where that's going to live next year. It's not going to be on this channel anymore next year. I'm well underway of doing all the preparations I need to, but next year is going to have each of my social media is going to have a specific niche. So TikTok's going to have my witch talk stuff. So that's in the description down below. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and until next time, guys, keep your head screwed up.